Syracuse University. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll go to the toss. Look out, he's got room. Runs ahead and powers his way 4 yards out to the 30.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you read all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one, no problem. QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. Made a defender miss. Oh, he found a space on the right. Inside it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The hand to the running back. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup for 15.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Got a man, it's back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB. Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now a throw. Touchdown, Syracuse. Stabbed in the end zone to give them 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Good completion on the outside. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They try to get it outside on the left. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Just a simple play. Get the speedster on the edge, get the edge, block it up really well, and then let the running back do the rest. But I do like the finish from the defense. Listen, you gave up a big play. At least hit him as he goes out of bounds. Take a chunk out of him. Make the game physical. Make him pay for that run he just gave to you.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. And that's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man on the right. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husker. Getting set for the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee in this. will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. It's caught. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Syracuse right back at him.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Webb. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
First down, fellas.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're...
Breaks into the open. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Going to swing it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback. And they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Throws to the wide out. Got his man on the right. Turning it up. Smashes another broken tackle. Coming down the lane. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. There he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Cuse. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. To the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked. block, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Quickly complete. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. There's the pressure. The throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Dog. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Cornhuskers are on the move. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the Huskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Looking for more. The 50. The 40. He's at the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
He'll bring it out. It's Dahl. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it along the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the end.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Looking to scramble. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dahl. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other
tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Grab behind the line. It's hooked. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a man on the left. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Off play action. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that back side. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Offense now working in the red zone. Drives the back and leaves it on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he will score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that.
He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make those
will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. Twenty-five-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Wants to go up top on first down. Right down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
So now it's second and long. Hands it off on the counter. Not the first down. Looking for more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Wide receiver going in motion.